This last summer, I kind of had a crisis, a little bit of an overwhelming feeling that my style was not good. I went to Pride, and everybody at Pride looked so good, even people who I knew were probably straight, and I'm like, what happened to gay people being the ones that had to look interesting? You know what I mean? Like all these alt, goth, all these different looks, everybody looks so hot, and I feel like I look like the most basic bitch on planet Earth. And I do pride myself in most ways being very basic, being kind of vanilla, but style is not one of those things. I don't like having a vanilla style, and so I was like I was heartbroken. Tragic for me. And also shows you how privileged my life is that was such a big problem for me. I wanted to work through this as like a process that I can kind of maintain for a bit, where like I nail down a few styles, I nail down some things I like, so I don't have to buy clothes for a while, I like what I wear most of the time, shit like that. There are some issues identified with my current style last summer, where I found that I would wear the same outfits over and over again because it was the only ones that I liked. Like, I didn't really have any good shorts that I liked, I didn't really have anything, like, light and summery that I liked, so I would never wear that. I'd wear, like, the same 2 or 3 outfits. It kind of just became, like, a routine, just wearing what was comfortable, which I think is fine, but have I ever been that type of person? Do I strike you as that type of person to just do things that are comfortable? Just to do things for the practical reason? No. I'm all around aesthetics. Look at whatever the fuck's going on back there. It's all about the aesthetics for me. So I want to just feel more connected with my outfits and be like, this is me. This like encapsulates how I really am on the inside. And then I also noticed I'm like, I don't buy clothes that fit me. And maybe that's like internalized fat phobia, whatever you want to call it, just not liking my body, whatever. But if I find shit that fits, I will look better in it. Mind fucking blowing concept, I know. So I started on this journey back in July, and yes, I'm aware it's December. Okay, I'm always aware. First part, I did some journaling, reflecting, concepting. I made outfits on Dress to Impress to try and practice. Turns out Dress to Impress isn't a really good baseline. It may come to surprise you guys, but I don't actually look like the male body in Dress to Impress. So that was a bit of an obstacle to feel like that looks like me in any way, and if that even works. And the male options, okay, they're not good. And then I look even less like the girl body. So what? This isn't helping. It's not helping. And then I also went through and I organized my Pinterest again, which I've done 18 million gajillion times. And I think I've definitely helped. And that kind of helped me narrow things down into the 2 distinct styles that I really like. And I think captures like kind of a spectrum of like the stuff I like to wear. It's like the names are so stupid and arbitrary because I know it doesn't mean anything, but this is my labeling system. I always have a lot of pent up energy when I share opinions, and then I'm hearing these voices. What voices? Who's judging me for any of this? Okay, one of them is called vintage, which is basically just like anything colorful and like something that you don't usually see people wear nowadays, which is like I think a lot of like the 80s and 90s sweaters, colors, funky patterns, asymmetry, clashing patterns. Like, a lot of that kind of stuff I really like. Basically, 11 from Stranger Things Season 3, anything like that. Like, as colorful as possible, over-the-top colors. Yeah, I would love to commit more to that, but it's kind of hard to find shit that's, like, from that era and is good and holds up in the way that it does from, like, Stranger Things, you know what I mean? I just end up looking a lot like Nancy. So, that's not the vintage retro fits that I want to go for. There's the other style, which I just call, like, alt, which is kind of just more, like, masculine, like, it's kind of boring basic bitch core, but it's also like, oh, you're a little emo. Because that's how I feel, okay? Like, from a distance, I blend in like an NPC, which is what I always want to do throughout most of my life and most of my day-to-day experiences. Like, you don't notice anything from distance, then you get up close and you're like, whoa, the nails are painted, there's earrings in, there's rings on, like, you know what I mean? I like where it's like a very basic, like, backdrop, and then, like, you add little intricate details that make it kind of like the outfit is just for you. Like, you have to get close to me to see these things. You almost like you have to talk to me. Maybe I'll get a tongue piercing, because that's truly the definition of you have to talk to me to see it. I don't think I would. That sounds gross, actually. Can people with tongue piercings still, like, taste shit? Let me know in the comments. Tongue piercers, individuals with tongue piercings, let me know. So that involves, you know, just really getting a lot of accessories, accessorizing, stuff like that, because most of my outfits already fit into that, and I know there's a lot of overlap between vintage and alt, because what the fuck, those terms are made up. Those terms are subjective. I know! But it makes sense in my head. That I just saw that spike on the audio recording, and that was loud. Holy shit. Yeah, and then also just getting back into nail painting. I have some nails painted right now, which look kind of fun. And then just, like, trying to do that in a trying to do that for fun reasons, and just like getting different colors and trying to more complicated designs, stuff like that. Now that I had completely narrowed down my options and what I'm looking for, I kind of had to tear everything down, get rid of everything I have. Alright guys, so this is me sorting through my clothes. Is this like the 7th time I've done this on fucking camera? I don't know. I wanted to showcase what like my thought process is when it comes to this. Kind of dividing the clothing into these categories, in a sense, where I'm like, okay, like how does it fit with alt versus vintage? This is vintage kind of winter pile that's gonna be full of sweaters. This is also the vintage pile. I normally don't like tighter jeans, but I think with all the loose sweaters and stuff, this works. Same with, I'll take these out because these are very like 70s cowboyish. The reason I don't wear them is because they don't fucking fit. Alt. Those go in the alt. Then I have like the I don't know pile, the needs changing / fixing pile, because the amount of crop tops I've cut without properly hemming them is accumulating. Yeah, this is like undershirts and tank tops and just basically stuff that goes underneath other outfits. This is pajama stuff, as in extra shirts to wear when I don't have anything else to wear, which is not a bad thing to have, I would say. Oh, this is fun going out clothes, as in I bought them when I was feeling like a slut, a little bit.
You're not a slut, Justine. Stop trying to seem interesting.
Wait. Okay, I made a joke last time that there's the straight closet and the gay closet, and that's why I have 2 closets in my room, because I had to come out of both at some point in my life. But actually, I think it would be really funny if one of them is the alt closet and one of them is a vintage closet. Now also, a lot of the times I don't wear this shit is because I'm a sweaty hoe. These are starting to not make any sense. None of this has ever made sense since the beginning, so. But I notice I don't need tops, okay? I don't need to be topped. I need bottoms. I need to bottom bad. This is it? 2 pairs of jeans? What if I want to go outside? Besides, I do have some shorts, but besides these shorts, I don't think there's anything else that really fits in the vintage category. Some fun, colorful shorts. I don't think it... Does it make any sense? Is this making any goddamn sense to anybody? I'm 2 different ends of the spectrum, and I'm nowhere in between. It's either depressing, boring, muted, sad colors with little accents, or it's like vibrant and all the way. And I just need different colors. I want more variety. Ugh. Okay, I've decided I am in the mood to make a very impulsive decision, okay? And I don't want any judgment. I don't want anybody... I want to pierce my ears, okay? I've been meaning to re-pierce my ears. If you can tell, this ear... Sorry, my hair is sweaty. It's hot as balls today. This ear has been pierced before and it healed over. So I just want to poke through that hole again, because I've done it before and I've never had like an allergic reaction or anything. Now, do I recommend doing this at home? No, because you know what I'm using? I'm using official safety pin. I was watching Adults on FX or whatever, and which is a very good show. Okay, kind of enjoying it. And Jack in. More specifically, Paul Baker. Paul Baker can get it, and by it I mean me. So yeah, I need to clean everything first. Step-by-step tutorial to impulsively pierce your ears is it's important to clean everything. So I have some thrift store earrings. I'm gonna be honest, they look clean already. They're not even bubbling up or anything in the freaking hydrogen peroxide. And I know that I'm gonna have to leave this in my ears for like 6 weeks or something, but I picked earrings I like, and I'm excited to do it. And last time, I did this just as impulsively last time. My friend in the middle of class pierced my ears, which we got away with it because it was an online class, so. Online class with a camera. Like, they definitely saw what we were doing, but they just didn't give up. I got them pierced, but I did it a proper and safe way, so please don't do whatever I was gonna do in that clip, okay? My friend came and helped me, so I got it done all proper, another pierce. So they're gonna look like this for like the next 6 weeks or so. There are a few things that I still want to do on this journey. One of them is before the new year of like the fall semester of uni, I want to get a haircut because last time I let it grow out in the winter and that was not, that hair didn't speak to me. That didn't feel like me. And I also want to try, once again, to dye it a darker color. In case you don't remember, for the real veterans, for the real people who've been locked into this channel, a couple years ago I tried to dye my hair darker and I went with a salon, and I don't think, I did not, this is on me, it was on me, not on the salon person. I did not do a good enough job describing exactly what I wanted, and my hair came out red.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the...
I have semi-permanent dye that I can put on myself, and at the store, it looked like something that I would want to try. I'm already serving looks today. I like my hair, I like the earrings, everything's matching. I like this shirt, I just thrifted this recently. I've been doing a lot of thrifting recently. And I'm also gonna put on jewelry, and I'm excited. But I'm also a little bit nervous because I have to go to work later today, so if it looks bad. So there's this hair dye right here. It says that I should do a test to see if I'm allergic to it first. No, I'm not doing that. As much as I like the fit now, I'm feeling it can only be enhanced by a slightly darker hair color. My eyes are gonna pop like crazy. I'm gonna look like fucking Miley Cyrus. Like slightly damp. Process for 25 minutes at room temperature, then rinse. And I think I have a lot of work to do. I think I'm doing this. I'm actually kind of scared. Okay. Smell test. Smells delicious. Smells like it looks like chocolate and it smells a little bit like chocolate. So it actually, I want to eat this. Oh God. I'm doing brown hands. So I did it in the bathroom, and I did put on gloves. Yes, I know I should have put on gloves. Okay, I don't want to hear it. If you've watched this channel, you should be used to me not knowing anything about beauty products or doing anything properly or anything of the sort. But I'm gonna let it set for 25 minutes and then see how it looks after that. Okay, so hair reveal. This is what it came out as after it is completely dried off and everything. Now, I like it. I think it looks really good. But I have this one picture right before I kind of rinsed it out where I liked it a little bit more. So I think next time I might go for a darker color. It's also not anything crazy drastic, or like, I feel like some of my coworkers might not even notice a difference. Yeah, and you guys probably can't tell very much either.
They're the same picture.
Because there's very limited pixels on that screen, and my phone does not have a good camera. I think this is the key to success though. This is a gateway into a beautiful journey I'm going on, where I'm gonna become brunette, because I just wish at the end of the day that I was born brunette. I'm a little bit annoyed that I can't, that I'm not, because I think it matches my eyes way better. Like, I feel like that one picture of me, I didn't have to, I cannot believe I just barked for myself. But I did. I look good. Now it's time to put it all together. What have I learned? What kind of outfits can I finally put together with the shit that I have? Now, one thing that was nice is as I was moving into fall, I could start to actually layer, because I run hot all the time. I'm sweating no matter where I am. So I can only really get away with layers in the winter. And you know, the moment I step inside somewhere and taking everything off. Even my shirt sometimes, just going naked. So some of the outfits that I put together, I feel so much better in. I finally bought like shirts that I think fit better. I used to be really bad about buying clothes thinking I'm gonna grow into them or like slim down into them, fit into them later. It's like, what am I talking about? Why don't I buy clothes that fit now? Or buy clothes that are, if anything, a little bit too big? I just wanted everything to make me feel better. That was the entire point. No matter what my body looks like, I should feel good in the clothes that I wear. Which is crazy that's not something that I feel intrinsically true about. Like, completely unlearning how to hate how my body looks is a process, very much a process. Changing my aesthetic, one thing I really learned is that the internet is like not really the best place to find what looks good on you. Like, literally, you have to go out and shop yourself. Like, you have to go out and try clothes on, see how things look on you, see how things make you feel. That's what really matters. If you look up any style guides on Pinterest, Google, Instagram, any fucking website where you're gonna figure out styles, I feel like it's so hard to find somebody that has like a normal looking body that just has like average amounts or even plus size. Anything that isn't like ripped as fuck skinny people, Because it's like, yeah, those people can pull off anything, and they look good. What if we had more variety of like different body types shown when looking at style on the internet? Because I feel like that's becoming impossible nowadays. So how would I rate my style now compared to before? I think it's way better. I have so much shit that I like a lot more. I feel like I'm just doing things that I feel comfortable doing. I feel like it's like embracing kind of those styles as also a reflection of things that I like, and that feels better. And then also the physical comfort of just wearing clothes that feel comfortable. So I recommend anybody to do this. Go on a little journey, figure out what clothes that you like. If you're a type of person, I was about to say type A. Type A and type B people are not actually personality types according to psychology. So I would not use that term, but like people who need to be organized so badly like me, like people who need to have things listed out, organized to hell and back, do this, because it makes me feel so much better to have like a list of like objectives and like categorize absolutely everything I have so that I can just know what makes me feel good. I guess a general moral to take away from this is just buy shit that makes you feel good. Wear whatever the fuck you want to wear. God, please make yourself happy. You do not have to follow trends. You don't have to follow what everybody else wears. Like, please, like in your free time, spend that exploring different clothing, having fun with it, wearing different shit. Like, just have fun. Especially like living in like redneck Alberta, Canada. living here, I walk outside and the men are not well dressed. Okay, there's so many people who I don't like. It's uninspired, it's uninteresting, and then I don't like feeling like by even putting in a little bit of effort into my outfits, I somehow stick out. And I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about, guys? Just because I'm not wearing sweatpants in the winter or wearing cowboy boots and jeans, like that should not be the only differentiating factor from what I'm wearing compared to everybody else. I do think the alt-gay communities still know what the fuck is up, and I have a lot to learn from them in terms of style. I hope y'all are enjoying winter and holidays and whatever you celebrate at this time of year, and thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.